My name is Mullane Smith. I'm age 92, 8 years from 100. So I guess that identifies me okay. Most of my life, I guess I would consider myself a native. Growing up, raising a family of 4 sons was a very enjoyable, pleasant lifestyle. We have much happiness living in the area, and as I said, I have 2 sons close by right now, and we still get together and do a lot of things. One must admit life changes, and you must change with it. That's the way it is. We came here as a married couple, my wife and I. She was in the battle of pancreatic cancer, and we were introduced to the skilled nursing, and this is where her continued care was. And at that time I billeted myself over here in the assisted living. So we both would have been in the assisted living had her medical care been possible, but it had to be with the skilled nursing. So that's where we sojourn. We have extremely great fortune to have a very skilled staff, and a overall supervision is extremely efficient. So we have, I guess, about the best that you could expect. So it's a good, I would highly recommend it.
Wilhelmina Russell, age is 93. I needed to use the community living because I felt strongly that I should do that without living with my children. My growing up was on a farm. I had just retired, and my husband died there in Virginia where he was employed. My husband has been gone since 1985. And then I moved back to my home. My husband and I had purchased the farm that I lived on with my parents and family. I didn't have a husband to come with me, but I made it go. I did my own shopping, so I had driven all during the time I was on the farm. And when I moved here, I could go to the doctors or anywhere by way of us. One way was $3, and coming back was $3. So I guess I couldn't have maintained my car any cheaper.
My name is Christine Hill. I don't like it to think that I'm 75 so soon. My family decided for me because I was sick, I guess. But I like it here. I mean, if I were home, like say winter's coming, I wouldn't be able to get out and go to activities because I just say, oh, I'm not going out. I'm not going to drive anywhere. I'm not going to go out. So here I could just come here wherever and go to activities. So So in a way, I think I'm better off anyway than I was at home. But a lot of them just don't seem to want to come to all the activities, and I don't know why. I think a lot of them just want to stay in their room and sleep. But there's like the men especially, I wish they'd find more for the men to do, because a lot of men just sit around and they don't do anything, you know. But yeah, I mean, here you got like instant care. You got care any day you want it, you know, and you get daily care too. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that you can't do once you get older, you know, and you want to do. If I didn't know and I've been in nursing home so soon, I'd have gone out to the bay more often, like we used to do with my sister and my girlfriend, to stay the weekend. I would have done that more often, but I didn't know I was going to be in the nursing home so soon. Otherwise, I would have done that more. But yeah, there's things that, like affairs that go on about, if you don't have a transportation, you can't go to anything, you know. They don't come to you, you got to go to them. One thing I would say probably is a lot, like I say, once you're in here, if you're in a wheelchair, you can't do much physically. But I think before you do come in when you get older, maybe before you retire, is to learn something to do with your hands, like paint or sew or something, so that you can still sit in a wheelchair and still do something. You know, you're never alone in here, so people shouldn't say they're alone, because this is your family now.
My name is Douglas B. Parker. I'm 63 years old. I was born and raised here in Watertown, New York, and I loved it. Yeah. I won't talk about the bad times. There were plenty of them. I came from the hospital back in 2016, Samaritan, that is, to the skilled nursing on the other side of the building for ulcerated blisters on my heels. But it took about 7 months for my right heel to heal, and I couldn't walk. But they told me at the hospital I was coming up here to skilled, but I didn't know for how long at the time. I didn't know for how long, even after I was here for a while. Then I was getting better over there. The wound was getting smaller and smaller, and I still was seeing the wound doctor, and they gave me the choice of going to assisted living or be homeless, you know, on the street and be back in the hospital all over again for something else probably. And then I didn't want to go to assisted living, but I got thinking I had to, you know, or I'd be homeless. So I chose to go, and it's been positive. It has its ups and downs, but I get through and make the best of it.